Nerurkar, let me ask you this. There are some families who are watching this thinking, great, we fall into all of these categories. Maybe the parents are vaccinated and boosted. Then they have a teenager or a preteen who is vaccinated but not boosted. And then they have young kids who aren't vaccinated at all. What do you do if your household falls into every one of those categories?
So, Allison, my household does fall into that category because I have children under the age of 5. And so for that very specific reason, all of those adults who are vaccinated and boosted, you have to think of that weakest link in the family, the young, unvaccinated minor. Maybe there's a high-risk individual who is vaccinated and boosted, but still high risk due to chronic medical conditions. And then we function as a unit thinking about that weakest link in the family and making sure we have all of the layers of protection that Dr. Torres suggested: masking, testing, vaccines and boosting, and minimizing crowds.
Dr. Nerurkar, I want to ask you about traveling. And Dr. John, I'm going to get your take on this afterwards. So many people planning vacations right now, whether it's to go and see family, to get a little sun and a little break while their kids are out of school. What's your advice? Should they be canceling their vacations right now?
It depends on a couple of factors, Allison. The first is if it is a local trip and you're driving in a car versus taking a flight, I would avoid airline travel. Not so much for the flight itself. The planes are relatively safe. They have air circulation and good ventilation. The main thing is the airports. We have large crowds. We know that Omicron loves large crowds, and people aren't always good with mask adherence. And the most important considerations, of course, is everyone vaccinated where you're going? Is your family vaccinated? And are there any high-risk individuals that you are going to be mingling with? If any of those are concerns or questions, caution with traveling, particularly during this winter surge and the holidays.